Well, first, in case you missed it, we'll recap the scenario. With about 11.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and Beijing up 19, Ducks big man Ji Zhe hits a three-pointer over McGrady's outstretched hand. On the way back down the court, McGrady lands a solid elbow into Ji's chest that knocks him down. In the replay, we see that after he hit the three, the 26-year-old decided to wave his finger at T-Mac. T-Mac certainly didn't appreciate the gesture, so he waited until they were in the opposite key to deliver the blow. McGrady, not surprisingly, was booed lustily by the home crowd, but somehow was not ejected from the game. Beijing would go on to win the game 116-102, denying McGrady and the Eagles their first win of the season and sending them to a league-worst 0-7 start. Now, naturally, an incident like this between a player as famous as T-Mac and a Chinese player that no one outside of China has probably really heard of caused quite an uproar here. Just 2 days after the game, the online video of the incident had received nearly 15 million hits, and on Sina.com and other popular websites, almost 10 million comments had been made. So let's check out some of those comments to find out what Chinese fans are saying about Elbowgate. 1983 Fleeing Far Away has a pretty funny take. Who do you think you are, Dikembe Mutombo? Waiting thinks it's a matter of respect. I'm not a T-Mac fan, but I still think Ji Zhe went too far. T-Mac has played basketball for a really long time. You can challenge him, but you should respect him first. It's not right to wag your finger at him. And a user down in Yuling, Guangxi province thinks it's a microcosm of a much bigger problem. This just shows that the CBA is garbage. The referees are unfair, home court fans are classless, the players are even more classless. Look at the NBA. The ref would have punished both players, and the league would fine or suspend them. All I can say is Chinese people are low quality. Yikes. And Yi Sanhu 135 harkens back to the adage, act like you've been there before. Did Kobe wag his finger when he dunked over Howard? Did LeBron wag his finger when he dunked over Duncan? Did Blake Griffin wag his finger when he dunked over Kendrick Perkins? Did Sean Marion wag his finger when he blocked Jordan's shot? Ji Zhe simply forgot who he is. If everyone wagged their finger after hitting a three, Ray Allen's hands would be cramped up. Ji Zhe should be grateful that it was T-Mac and not Ron Artest, or he'd end up like James Harden. Well, a little flashback to the Western Conference Finals last year. And finally, student number not small thinks everybody just needs to take a step back. Just read some comments, I'm speechless. McGrady's a superstar, but a game's a game. You can't treat him like a god, something that can't be touched. The losses and the pressure of performing every night are clearly getting to McGrady. You wonder if he knew what he was getting into, would he have signed with Qingdao in the first place? Next up on the show, we see why Chinese kids are running for patriotism and what in the world.